some magic. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship. Piece of magic. The Mariners are going to play for the American League Championship.
Welcome to Houston, everybody. Game 2 of a 3-game set with the defending World Series champion Houston Astros, and the Mariners on a roll. They've won their last 5 ball games here at Minute Maid Park. As we welcome you to Mariner Baseball, Dave Sampson, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew on hand here, and we are ready for action. Mitch Haniger about to step into the box and lead it off against young, hard-throwing right-hander Josh James, and here we go. First time the Mariners are seeing Josh James up here in the major leagues. First pitch in there for called strike 1. Nick Lentz, home plate umpire today. Trip Gibson at first, Adrian Johnson at second, and Brian Gorman at third.
For James, this will be his 4th appearance, 2nd start for Houston.
His game is all about velocity, right?
His average fastball in the major leagues this year, 98 miles an hour. He has hit 101. Also has a plus slider and a changeup. In 10 innings, 10 2/3, he has 17 strikeouts.
25 years old, out of Hollywood, Florida. Wow, in on the fist, and Mitch got a piece of that.
99 miles an hour in on his hands. And you see, when you throw 98 miles an hour, you will use the fastball. 65% on the usage. Opponents hitting just 125, and then his slider at 15%. But it's been a very good pitch. Opponents hitting 143, 86 miles an hour.
34th round pick, 2014 by the Astros. He's out of Western Oklahoma State College.
Mentioned that this is his 4th appearance, 2nd start. Will probably be right in that 75 pitch range, maybe 80.
Haniger off the fist, ground ball to Bregman. 1 down.
Take a look at the rest of the lineup. Gene Segura hitting 2nd. Robinson Cano was not in the starting lineup last night. Back in the lineup hitting 3rd. Nelson Cruz has been under the weather, but the DH will back cleanup today. Kyle Seager hitting 6th in the lineup. A 7-game hitting streak for Kyle. He had a couple of hits last night. Josh James again, hard-throwing right-hander. 4.22 ERA and 10 2/3. 17 strikeouts, just the 4 walks. He has given up a couple of home runs.
Some hit to right field. Backs up Springer. Just short of the on the track now. 2 away.
A couple of changes in the defense for Houston tonight. Tony Kemp will get the start in center field. Correa and Altuve both healthy and back in the lineup. They will play up the middle. And Brian McCann, just 58 games played this year. He's been hurt most of the season, but he will do the catching tonight.
Robbie Cano, first baseman tonight. Got part of last evening off and went 0 for 2. Great win by the Mariners last night, 4-1. Vogelback an 8th inning grand slam. A big moment that was. And got a kick out of hearing Scott Service talking about his reaction when he saw that ball take off. Standing on a stool down there, he stood up. Like he was a roaring fan, and Mel Stottlemyre and the boys said, "Hey, really? Take it easy. Don't hurt yourself."
It's obviously a big moment for the team as he lines this into center field. Also for Daniel, he's homered in a couple in a row with the grand slam, a 2-run home run in Anaheim.
See Robbie check in with a base hit, brings up Nelson Cruz. Vogelback a lot more aggressive, and that was one of the things that Scott told him. Hey man, be aggressive up there, and whatever happens happens.
Well, that's something that he started in spring training. Much more aggressive in the spring, and it hit some home runs in spring training, and we certainly have seen that. Been up and down this year, but have seen that when he's had a chance to play. And for tonight, he's the only left-handed hitter that's on the bench, so we may see him later in the game again to pinch hit.
Here's Nelly. You've not seen the guy. You know he's got the big fastball. So first time around, mindset of these guys seeing this kid.
Well, they've seen some film on him. Then they also have the scouting report, as you mentioned. But you still, we've talked about when you face somebody for the first time that you haven't seen, especially when he has plus stuff like he has. That's a pretty good slider at the bottom of the zone. In your first at bat, you hope to see at least 2 or 3 pitches, just so one, you can pick it up, see where his release point is, how quickly can you pick it up, and 2, what does his slider look like? Is there movement on its fastball? How late is that movement? We'll have to make an adjustment after their first time through the lineup.
Cruz 1 for 4 last night. And he strikes out on slider there, and a good start for the young man Josh James. When we come back, the veteran Michael Leake takes the mound for the Mariners. On the mound for the Mariners tonight, 10-game winner. Mike Leake making his 30th start of the season, the 7th time in his career he has done that. Here's the lineup he'll face tonight.
And some power in the lineup for Houston. George Springer will lead things off. 20 home runs for the leadoff hitter. Alex Bregman hitting third. What a year. 30 home runs, 100 RBIs. Carlos Correa hitting sixth. It's been a struggle for him. Just 240 and 14 home runs.
Last time Leake played here in Houston, left with the score tied at 2-2. That was part of that 4-game sweep. Mike got a no decision, but he held the Astros at bay. If you look at Haniger recording the out.
Well, for Mike, his ERA just under 4, 178 innings this year, 114 strikeouts, over 34 walks. Only hitting 275. He's going to have 22 home runs this year. And the defense playing behind him, as you just saw, Mitch Haniger out in center field. Another outfield assist for him last night. That's 12 on the year, leads the American League. Robinson Cano will be at first base. Chris Herman will do the catching. Mike Zunino getting the night off.
Altuve looks at a strike. Injuries have slowed some of his numbers down, but not all of them, not by any stretch. Three-time hits leader, MVP. Altuve 0 for 2 last night.
Hitting .318, 12 home runs. Also spent some time on the disabled list.
Still tied for 3rd in batting, putting up numbers. Before he got hurt, he was at the top of the list. The guy batting behind him has more than picked up the slack.
Come on, Brett.
Mike Leake facing Altuve. Mike Leake in Houston here in this building, 5-2 in his career, 2.36 ERA. Total number 6-6 against Houston, 3.67. And holding on is Herman to that foul tip, 2 down.
Mike's average fastball 89 miles an hour. He will mix it up at times. You'll see 92 from him. Cutter, changeup primarily, although he will throw a slider and a curveball.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. Bregman's put up numbers that we usually talk about, Altuve and Trout and those kind of guys. First in doubles, first in extra base hits. Hits this one a one-hopper right to Segura. Throws him out. And a 7-pitch inning, a fine start for Mike Leake. We go to the 2nd inning here in Houston. Denard Span, Kyle Seager, Ben Gamble coming up. And time for our AT&T Achieving More. Certainly makes sense. I have Mr. Span playing ball here at Minute Maid Park. 7 for 14, couple of homers, 5 RBIs, and 5 runs scored. He has really done well. Span with the Mariners, 86 games, 282, 7 homers, 28 runs batted in since coming over from Tampa Bay back in May 25 with Alex Pullman.
All the talk last night was about Vogelbach in the Grand Slam. People probably forget or didn't know that it was Span that ended up working a walk after being behind in the count to load the bases up on some close pitches, patient at bat, and then Daniel came up and hit the granny.
Shift the infield over to the right. One.
Josh James in the first inning, he topped out at 99 miles an hour. Was able to get to his slider and changeup. And 1 strikeout. Cano with a base hit.
Way outside. Slap that out of the way.
Seeing James for the first time. By the way, his velocity down 96 in this inning, so he amped up to start the game. His average fastball is 98. He is a max effort pitcher. You can see that the way that he falls off the mound.
Time granted. What a shot with Span at the plate. Dictates time. Tremendous job. Down low, Josh James in his AA and AAA stints this year. Total of 23 games. 6-4 record, a 3.23 ERA, and 114 innings. Two here to Span. Popped it up. Long run for Bregman. He's got some room. The pitcher helping. Bregman called him off.
Well, they had the shift on, and Bregman had to cover a lot of ground. But I like the fact that the pitcher, James, went over there just in case. Bregman had to call him off, which you'd like to also see, but at least he was there to at least make a play if Bregman wasn't able to get there.
A conscientious fielding pitcher.
Trying to help himself out.
Good stuff. I only note it because you don't see it that much. 2 for 4 night for Kyle Seager.
A 7-game hitting streak for Kyle.
Look at the new beer to help him finish strong here. This is game 151 for the Mariners.
Interesting defensive alignment where Bregman was playing. Typically, if you're going to be that far over, you're also going to play back, but he's even with the bag. Kyle wanted to bunt. I'm not sure that he would be able to do anything about it. And here's a look at it. You can see how close he's playing, but so far off the line at shortstop position. 2 strikes. I'm thinking he'll probably back up, but I haven't seen that. And he will back up.
Seven-game hitting streak for Seager, 9 for his last 26. And 6 days since his last homer. That was against San Diego.
.100 miles an hour.
As advertised. 34th round pick. There you go. Finished 4th in PCL. 133 Ks this season. Late on that. Second strikeout. Josh James. 2 away. Bring up Ben Gamble. Kids Appreciation Day. It's presented by Ivers and Kid Valley. Perfect day for little sluggers everywhere on Sunday, September 30th. You can join the Mariners for a day of prizes and surprises. When they face the Rangers at 12:10, all youngsters, they're going to take home a poster featuring the Mariner Moose. For tickets, visit mariners.com. AAA action, Ben Gamble 1 for 3 against Josh James. Oh for 1 as a pinch hitter last night.
Tony Kemp, the center fielder, shading towards left center.
Did goes. His home plate umpire Nick Lentz, 1-2.
James has shown a good changeup already to the left-handed hitters in the lineup.
Inside. Later on tonight, Angels at Oakland. Red Sox lead at the Yankees 1-0. Tampa Bay and Texas no score, end of 1. Here comes a 2-2 to Ben Gamel. Back-to-back strikeouts, 3 in the first 2 innings for Josh James. Marwin Gonzalez, he's going to lead things off against Mike Leake. For Geico, this date in MLB history, take you back to '96. Roger Clemens, we saw him in the building earlier today, strikes out 20. For the second time in his career, it was his last win with Boston. It was against the Tigers. Marwin Gonzalez, 1 for 3 with an RBI last night. Free agent at the end of this season. You'll be glad to know I put in a request to Marwin Gonzalez. Dude, lighten up. we had a few laughs on that one.
Hopefully he'll pay attention.
Nope. Not even close.
Poor Mike. It was a 1-2-3 first inning. Just threw 7 pitches. So that's the first base hit for Houston. Elevated fastball right on the inside corner. Chris Herman, the catcher tonight, set up, and that was going to hit the glove. Did jam him a little bit. It was a soft line drive.
If you're just joining us, we made note of that because Gonzalez came into tonight's game .350 against the Mariners this season, .318 for his career. Tyler White, didn't see him last night. He's DHing this evening. Strike 1.
Starts him with a changeup.
Infield at double play depth. Popped it up, playable. D. Gordon for the out. Another thing you're going to notice if you're seeing Mike Leake for the first time, a very good defender out there on the mound. Cat quick. fielded bunts, first base side, third base side. Does a great job covering first when first baseman's involved in a ground ball. It's not when it's so quick that he makes that decision to get involved running over to first. As you look at Carlos Correa, 0 for 2 last night.
Correa has struggled since coming off the disabled list. He's just 240 this year. Been a much better hitter than that in his career. You mentioned Mike being a good fielder. I think fundamentally, if you were to talk to a pitching coach, I think he does all of those fundamental things well. Not just fielding, but he works at a good pace. Throws a lot of strikes, a lot of first pitch strikes, quality strikes from Mike. There's Mel Stottlemyre.
Pitching coach, he appreciates that.
So do the guys playing behind him.
And we talked about during the entire Angels series over the weekend. Off the fist, Haniger coming in. That is so critically important. Keep your guys involved. Yuli Gurriel went for 4 with an RBI last night. And Homer's 74 runs batted in for him. Goes the other way.
I think for the most part, Houston is a fairly aggressive club as far as swinging the bats, and I think that they will be tonight. They're aware of Mike and his ability to throw strikes, so they're going to get after it early. Mike was much better in his last outing against him, which was here. Nice job pitching off the edges of the plate.
Shovel to D. Gordon. Another economical inning. 8 pitches for Mike Leake. 7 in the first. That's a good start. Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor the BNSF Blast. Houston, Texas, this site. It's our 4th largest city in the USA. No score. Good pitching battle early on here. Michael Leake, 15 pitches so far. First 2 innings, Josh James, hard throwing right-hander. We got some Mariner fans here in the building again. They had another good-sized crowd. 44,000 plus last night.
It's been an interesting couple of innings. for the two right-handers. Young man making his second start for the appearance in the big leagues against the veteran and Mike Lee. James is topped out at 100, and Mike is moving the ball around, running it in on the hands, change up, cutter, slider, curveball.
Styles make fights. Chris Herman looks at the breaking ball. Chris back in his home state. He's from Tomball, Texas. Went to Alvin Community College, Alvin, Texas, then the University of Miami. And Alvin, Texas sounds familiar. Nolan Ryan is from there. Herman's a 7-year pro. 4 years in Minnesota, couple in Arizona. Herman, D. Gordon, and Mitch Haniger 8, 9, and 1 here in the top of the third.
So often in today's game, even when you get into a hitter's account, it seems that they're still going to try to throw a breaking ball or a changeup. They went right after him. That was a fastball right in the middle of the plate at 96 miles an hour. Well, 96 miles an hour. A good fastball. He's topped out at 100.
He's aboard. Second base runner for the Mariners. He got a base hit from Cano. 2 outs in the first. First walk by Josh James. Friday, September 28th, Fan Appreciation Night. Fantastic prizes all game long, including a 55-inch TV every inning, courtesy of Root Sports, the chance to throw out a first pitch next season, and much, much more. Then enjoy a post-game fireworks show. It's presented by T-Mobile. Get your tickets, Mariners.com. D. Gordon 2 for 4 in last night's game. Mariner family there. Well in on the grass is Bregman, third baseman. He skies one. Springer calling off Tony Kemp. Make that Kemp calling off Springer. Taking charge out there, 1 out.
Well, that will turn the lineup over. Dave, you and I were talking about facing somebody for the first time, and we'll see what kind of adjustments they make. So far, it's been a plus fastball, but he's also had a good changeup and mixing in a slider, which grounded out to third his first time up.
Strike one. Mitch one of 3 right-handers in the lineup tonight, 6 left-handers against hard-throwing Josh James.
See Herman getting his lead over at first base. For James, a power pitcher, a young pitcher. Herman has pretty good speed. He can steal if he wants to.
Bouncing ball. Bregman comes to get it, and everybody's going to be safe. Try to get it on the short hop.
Little chopper goes right off the end of the glove.
Infield hit for Mitch Haniger.
See James, he spins around, and Gurriel, the first baseman, happy that he didn't fire it over to first at 100.
Like last night when Edwin Diaz threw one over. Remember for what, second out last night, and Healy was like, whoa. Here's Segura, flied out to right. And Edwin did that from, what do you figure, 45 feet?
Yeah, it's close. Starts him with a changeup.
Mariners trying to win their 6th consecutive game here at Minute Maid. Last time we were here, 4-game sweep, and then come back last night with a 4-1 win. Mariners on the season series 9-8 against Houston. 6-1 here.
Wade LeBlanc really pitched well. Bullpen was outstanding.
Get that formula. Mariners score 4 runs in it. You can get it to Alex and Eddie in the 8th and 9th. Like your chances. Wade LeBlanc 5 in the 3rd innings last night. 1 run, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts and 90 pitches.
Smart about his business last night. He was not going to give in to anybody.
Right.
You mentioned the 3 walks, some of that by design, just because he was not going to give him anything in the middle of the plate to hit. He was going to have to work around a few walks, and he was able to do that.
Wasn't involved in the decision, but again, he's pitched well enough to have about 13, 14 wins for sure. Ball and 2 strikes here to Segura.
The veteran McCann goes way out to the mound, talk to the young pitcher. Or you mentioned infield hit.
McCann's been around Atlanta, the Yankees. Good catcher, got terrific power, does a good job handling the staff. Coming off the knee injury last time we were here, he was getting close when we were here. We're here August 9 through 12. 2-2 pitch. Segura, 5th leading hitter in the American League. And this young man, you can see why they're very, very high on his potential. Previous 3 games he started, opponents only hitting 158 against him. Herman and Henniger on base. Swing and this struck him out, 4th K for James. And there's 2 down. And talking about the success the Mariners have had this season here in Houston. Man, oh man, talk about a turnaround. Look at the batting average, and you mentioned it earlier, scoring some doggone runs.
Yeah, and the ERA also a 1.5 better this year. Really pitched well in this ballpark, but the key is scoring runs, and anytime the Mariners have scored 5 runs, they're usually in pretty good shape. He had a base hit his first time up, a line drive into center field. He's aggressive. Fastball early in the count. James will miss with that fastball.
Ball 1. Mariners scoring 4 or more runs have a record of 60 and 19. Pretty good numbers. Runners in scoring position. Batting average for Robbie. Center field. Kemp in and then holds his position and makes the play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. Scoreless here in Houston. authority of the Seattle Mariners. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. You see Mariner colors here deep in the heart of Texas in Houston. Glad you could join us here, Mariner Baseball. Brian McCann leads off. McCann, Tony Kemp, and George Springer 8-9-1 against Mike Leake. 15 pitches for Mike the first 2 innings.
He's given up just the 1 hit. Has a strikeout, hasn't walked anybody. Quickly ahead again. Throwing strikes. 17 pitches, 15 strikes.
Leake trying to win his 3rd consecutive game. It did hit him.
Hit him with a slider, it looked like. I'll be happy about that. Being ahead 0-2.
We have Tony Kemp, 6-time Leagues hit a batter this year. Felix, team leader in that category. He's hit 11.
Primero Superbo and the slider down and in. Yep, right off the shin.
Here's Tony Kemp. Young man out of Vanderbilt University. In a good series. Last time we saw these guys, he went 3 for 4 at 10-7 game, the finale of that series back home in Seattle. Went 4 for 8 with 3 runs scored. Leake doing a good job with first pitch strikes, 8 out of 9.
Not happy with home plate umpire Nick Lentz. Missed that last curveball. It was on the plate and he called it a ball, and I questioned it. I don't blame him.
Showing him a little passive aggression.
A little bit.
As if to say, dude, seriously?
As if to say, okay, you missed it. Just don't miss it again. Like to have that.
Need it. 1-2 strikes. McCann, a slow runner at first. Robbie. He's usually so good on those short hops. McCann will get to 3rd. Gary Pedersen stopped him right there. Now having some problems out in the corner. Gamble. Luckily for the Mariners, you had the catcher McCann as the lead runner.
Well, for Robbie, he was holding the runner on, and then after the pitch was being thrown, moving off the bag, the ball hit back down the line, not able to make the pick, and then Ben gets into the corner. Fortunately, McCann does not run well. Have to hold him up, and now Mike Leake in some trouble.
So nobody out. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Here's Springer. Flied out to center. George is 1 for 4 against Mike Leake. Leake can pitch his way out of it. And diving, Segura can't get it. McCann scores. And it's bobbled out in the outfield. Runner going to 2nd, and in safely is Springer. McCann scores to make it 1-0. And the Astros have runners at 2nd and 3rd.
And Springer being aggressive. I think it jams him a little bit. That's the reason why Kemp went back. Segura not able to get to it. So that'll be a base hit and an error with him moving up to 2nd base. Segura trying to keep it on the infield, and Span making the backhanded play, kicks it. Springer running with his head up, dives into 2nd.
Single E7 RBI, 1-0. Houston. Here's Altuve. in a blink, you get in a world of trouble. Bouncing ball, Seager comes high, he dropped the ball, throw to first. They do get out Altuve. We check in with Brett Adams. All right, Brett, thank you very much. Here's Alex Bregman grounded out to short. First inning, first pitch.
He has been their best hitter this year, 30 home runs, 100 RBIs on the year.
You know, he's a good player. Start writing down his rankings. 5th in slugging, 8th in home batting average, 1st in extra base hits. This is in the league. 3rd in on base, 4th in walks, 1st in doubles. Good run. Good season for him. And Herman corrals that bouncing ball. And Marwin Gonzalez on deck. One out with 2 runs in and a runner at second. Last time league here, August 10th, 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs, a walk and 4 strikeouts. Left a lot of men on base, left with the score tied at 2.
Two-seam fastball, started it off the plate away and ran it back to the corner. Bregman, he gave up on the pitch.
Talking to Bregman before the game, he's been a little bit of a slump in that. Went 1 for 7 with 5 walks against Arizona, then goes 0 for 4 last night. Said it was like when the Cubs started walking Bryce Harper last year since he got out of the great rhythm that he was in. 42 consecutive games getting on base. That streak stopped last night with the 0 for 4. All in all, been a great year for him.
Yeah, Mike will have to make a quality pitch right here.
Springer with plus speed at second. Fly ball center field. Haniger for the out, 2 away.
Good pitch from Mike. Goes out of the strike zone, gets him to chase it. We pop up to center field.
Well aware of how Gonzalez has been doing so much damage to the Mariners. Like wry smiles on the faces of both Leake and Herman. 2 outs, runner at second. Mike well aware of Leake. What Gonzalez has done. 7 for 12 against him with that base hit he picked up in the 2nd inning. Inning started with a hit by pitch on McCann, double by Kemp. RBI single by Springer. RBI ground out Altuve. Slicing drive deep left center field. Long run span. Not going to get it. It's off the wall. Gonzalez is struck again. RBI double. It's 3-0 Houston. For Gonzalez, his 25th double, his 65th Run batted in.
Well, the Houston bench thinks it was a home run. They thought it was over the yellow line. A.J. Hinch is holding up the game right now. Got a railing that's above the yellow line. You're going to see where it hits. Couldn't tell right there. It was close. There we go.
Yep. It's a home run. Hit the iron gates there.
And I'll go take a look at it. Gonzalez again. 2 for 2.
I mean, really amazing. On the season, he's hitting .247, well over 300 against the Mariners.
And the fastball middle away.
And the crowd reacts.
Yeah, they just saw it. And it looked like it hit the railing.
Indeed.
And there it is.
The home run for Gonzalez is 16th. Got 66 RBIs. 2 for 2 tonight against Mike Leake. 8 for 13 career against Leake. Brings up Tyler White, popped out to D. Gordon. Big inning here for the Astros. Strike one. Tyler White, the 7th man to the plate here in the 3rd. 43 seconds on that review. What turned out to be a home run for Gonzalez.
And for Mike, he's thrown 15 pitches to get through the first 2 innings. Now 20 here in the 3rd.
Swing and a miss. But a productive inning for the Astros. 4 runs on 3 hits. There was an error, a hit batter, nobody left. 4-0 Astros. take your eyes off the road. If you're on the road, off the phone. Let's reach our target zero goal together. Zero traffic deaths in your family, zero traffic deaths in our state. Work to do here for the Mariners, down 4-0. Nelson Cruz breaking ball up high. Nelly struck out on 3 pitches. Curveball got him, or slider rather, got him his first time up.
They'll have to get it done against a talented young right-hander. He has topped out at 100 miles an hour. Good slider and changeup combination. Fastball at 98.
Cruz, Span, and Seager 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Mariners.
Mariners with a couple of hits and a walk.
Bouncing ball foul. Nelly feeling a little bit better. James Paxton through a bullpen. It'll be interesting to see if and when he gets a chance to get back out on the mound.
That was good to see him getting loose and running around on the field earlier today.
And Felix, as Nelly strikes out, that is strikeout number 5. Felix supposed to join the club in Arlington. Take a look at him in the bullpen and figure things out tomorrow. Looks like could be Elias. It could be a bullpen day. We'll find out.
Hopefully Felix is getting healthy.
Denard Span fouled out for third baseman Bregman his first time up. 1 out here in the 4th. Ball 1. Running foul. Might that become a trend? See more guys try to take advantage of these shifts. Because to this point, here we are on September 18th, we haven't seen it much.
I like the fact that he was trying it. I wish he would have been able to get it towards the line, because the way they have their defense set up, where Bregman is, yes, he's playing in, but he's so far off the line, I'm not sure that he would have had a play on him at all. That's why Denard tried it.
Two balls, 1 strike.
For James, it's been interesting to watch him here early in the game. 51 pitches, 32 strikes, but for somebody that has the fastball at 100, he's really trying to mix it up. Use his slider and his changeup. Span will slow him down again.
Three and 1 to Span, 1 out. Span works a walk. Second walk issued by James. 1 out base runner for the Mariners, brings up Kyle Seager. Kyle, first time up, struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Bregman by himself.
He's playing right on the grass, but he's so far off the line. I think if you're that far off the line, you'd want to play a little bit deeper, but he has done that with Span and Kyle. It was that way with Kyle his first time up.
He threw a heater over there to Yuli Gurriel. Span had to be quick to get back.
Kyle, see his spray chart on the year. You know, he likes to pull the ball 43% out towards right center field.
0-2 hole for him right now.
And now Bregman will go all the way back to the shortstop position. Both strikes on Kyle.
Span it first, 0-2 pitch. Here we go, 1-2. Inside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ben Gamble's on deck.
Let's hit him with a slider. Max effort on all of his pitches, fastball, slider, changeup. So I don't think he's necessarily trying to hit the corners.
Pitches weren't this slow during your day, were they?
Just depend. Yeah, we had them. Yeah.
I mean, you had some, but not the volume we have now. The other way, backs up Gonzalez. Span out the return.
All the way to the warning track.
Make sure you join us for Mariners Flannel Night. Thursday, September 27th. Mariners host the Rangers at 7:10, and through this special offer, fans receive a view or main level seat and a cool Mariners flannel. Tickets start at just $45 only at mariners.com/flannel. But if you had to take a blind shot, you would say the percentages are much greater of
in today's game.
Yeah.
I wonder if that has to do with some of the power arms. There's a lot more power arms in the game too, and especially with runners on base.
Oh my goodness.
Much more deliberate. The fastball again, 97.
Ben struck out on a 1-2 pitch, first time up. Astros 4 runs on 4 hits. Mariners no runs, 2 hits and an error. Mariners have left 3 men aboard, 1 by Houston. A.J. Hinch guided this ball club to the World Series championship last fall. What a great series against the Dodgers. Strike to Ben. Ball and 2 strikes. Left-hander sitting at even 200 against James entering tonight's game. There you go, base hit the other way. They give it to him. Take it.
That's one of the things we know about Ben is he will spray the ball around, use the entire field. Houston wasn't so sure of it, but that was a fastball on the outside corner. He just slaps it the other way. You got Chris Herman. Chris walked his first time up. Mariners 0 for 2 so far tonight. Runners in scoring position.
Tough goal last night for the Mariners. 1 for 10 in that category. Vogelbach bailed everybody out with that grand slam in the 8th. Good threat here. Foul back. First time up for Herman, worked a walk. Mariners had 2 men aboard in the third, could not move him around.
Another trip for McCann. He's made a couple of them.
A 1 pitch here to Chris Herman. Five strikeouts, 2 walks tonight for James. One and 2. Ball and 2 strikes. 2 men on and 2 outs. Pull foul.
Back-to-back breaking balls. I would suspect you probably get a fastball right here. Maybe elevate a fastball to him.
Herman trying to keep the inning alive. 1-2 pitch.
It's a fastball, he just missed with it.
Outfield a couple steps towards left, and now time called. Two-two pitch. So he strikes out Herman to end the 4th. That's his 6th strikeout in 4 innings. Mariners lead 2. It's 4-0 Astros. 3 games here in Houston. Take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game. His name is Gonzalez, first name Marwin. Yep, he did it again to the Mariners.
Goes out the left center field for the home run.
2 for 2 night for him. Got a base hit to right, a 2-run homer. Part of a 4-run inning in the 3rd for the Astros.
The Mariners making a number of mistakes in the inning, and it cost them.
Hit batter, and there was an E7 in there. Couldn't dig a ball out of the corner at one point as Correa looks at strike one, flew out to center, first time up. Correa, Gurriel, and McCann for the Astros. Taking a look, Cano.
No problem.
You got it.
Pop-up slicing away from Robbie. Will almost always make this play, and much easier now that he has the bigger glove playing first base today.
It's always good going back on balls anyway. Yeah. Second base. So.
Basket catch.
First time I ever saw that live. As a young kid, remember my dad said, now watch him catch fly balls. We're watching during BP and Willie Mays, just every time.
They wouldn't teach it that way anymore, but he was terrific.
No way. That's that. Make every little league father in the neighborhood nuts. Right? Who do you think you are, Willie Mays? Gurriel.
Only one Willie Mays.
Bounced into a force out. Oh, played by Segura. 2 down. Round up your roommates, classmates, and professors at Safe Go Field on Friday, September 28th for college night. All students with valid college ID can score a special $13 ticket and enjoy an extended happy hour. Plus, it's fireworks night presented by T-Mobile. So head to mariners.com/college today. I don't even know where my college ID is. Not that I would try to use it on that, but right now I probably wouldn't want to look at the picture on it either. Who's that 18-year-old knucklehead on that college ID? Can't fouls one off.
I would have no idea where my college ID would be at.
What a friendly collector.
But like you, I'm good as far as the picture goes.
You had a bad haircut day?
If I ended up getting it cut.
You look like a bass player in a band or something.
It was not good.
3-2. Big power. Got to be careful here with McCann.
Good inning.
Gammel's camped under it, makes the play, and a 1-2-3-4 for Mike Leake. Mariners need to get him some runs. 4-0 Stros. D. Gordon leads off. It'll be 9-1-2 coming up. Mariners Baseball and Root Sports brought to you by Steel. To find your local Steel dealer, visit steeldealer.com. And by Virginia Mason Primary Care. We're looking at the concourse here at Minute Maid Park. Nice ballpark. With the roof extended, keeping us in air-conditioned splendor. 90 degrees outside. And another big crowd here. Home of the defending world champion Astros. D. Gordon leads off. Flied out to center. And at third, breathing down his neck is Bregman. Ball one.
Mariners been able to get some runners in scoring position in the last couple of innings. Haven't cashed them in yet. They're putting some pressure on James.
Dribbler goes foul, stays foul. Was that last week? The last homestand ball went foul, came back in.
When was the last homestand?
That was nuts. So hit it off the end of the bat.
Yeah, spinning like a top.
Came right back in. So Josh James has done 6 Ks in 4 innings. Ahead of D here, 1-2. Gordon, Haniger, Segura, 9-1-2. Here in the 5th inning. Josh James, a 25-year-old from Hollywood, Florida. 4th big league start. Did not go as he checked with Brian Gorman. 2-2. Umpiring at Brian's family. His dad Tom, a real good umpire back in the 70s.
Breaking ball down and in, able to lay off of it.
Bregman's moved back a couple of steps. Here comes a 2-2 pitch.
A bit surprised he didn't move all the way back with a couple of strikes on him, but thinks maybe D will try it even with 2 strikes.
Two and 2 to D. Gordon leading off this inning. Gonzalez is shaded towards the line. And he makes the play. Fair territory. Top of the order, Mitch Haniger. Infield hit last time up, 1 for 2.
I've seen Gonzalez play a lot of infield against the Mariners. I think it was last year that we saw him start to play some left field. He seems more comfortable out there now.
Yeah, primarily when we saw him earlier was anywhere 4 infield spots, right?
Any of the, yeah, all over the place. But they started putting him in the outfield. I think it was against the Mariners last year, and he just seems more comfortable now.
Ball 1 to Mitch.
1 for 2, had an infield hit.
That service says wants to give him a day off in Arlington. One of the few guys who has not gotten a blow here. He's had a great road trip, 10 for 23.
Yeah, temperatures will be at 90 degrees again when they get there.
Outdoors.
Yes.
He's popped up. Bregman calls everybody off.
And he forgot how many outs there were.
Not the first guy to do that.
That's a fine.
2 outs. Bring up Gene Segura, flied out to right, and a strikeout. That's what I was giving Bregman about, giving him some business, you know, a couple of weeks ago when they were really rolling. Hit the home run and he come back and they do that little pose deal.
Yeah.
He said, I haven't had a chance to do it lately. I've been hitting well. I said, I got to tell you, that's funny. I thought it was really cool. You got everybody involved.
The timing of it was really good. They're having fun. Why not?
One to Segura. 3 hits on the board for the Mariners. Cano in the first, Haniger in the third, and in the fourth, Gamble. There are 2 other base runners via the walk. And this inning ends 1-2-3. Young Mr. James throwing a heck of a ball game. 6 Ks through 5 and a 4-0 lead. Parking card is all you need to ride the Sounder train. Link light rail, buses, ferries, and streetcars. Learn more at getorcasmart.com. Good to have you with us for Game 2 of a 3-game set, our final visit of the season to Houston. 4-0 lead for the Stros. They put up 4 runs on 3 hits with help by a Mariner error in the third. Tony Kemp, center fielder, leads off, double to right. His first at bat, that was in the 3rd inning.
Mike throwing a lot of strikes, usual for him. 50 pitches, 36 strikes overall. A lot of first pitch strikes.
Ryan Gorman says he did not commit. 1-1. Kemp, Springer, now Tuve, 9-1-2 here for the Stros. 15 of 18 first pitch strikes for Mike Leake. What a contrast to the pitchers. Leake up, down, in, out, change speeds, and the other kid, a youngster, hey, I'm just going to rip it and roar. Let's go.
Mike's fastball 89, 90 miles an hour. James is topped out at 100.
2-2 to Kemp.
Missed with a couple of changeups in this at bat.
2 strikeouts for Mike Leake, has not walked anybody. James, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Here's your scoring recap. You can see how Leake does a good job messing up his timing. Strike 3 called, they knew it. 3rd strikeout for Mike. 1 away. Time now for our Jet closing easy to use standings. This is game 151 for both of these teams. And the Athletics, they take on the Angels later on this evening. The Yankees losing to Boston 1-0 in the Bronx right now. And Tampa Bay 3-0 at Texas. This one hit to right field, staying in the yard. And Springer's gone. 2 outs. Congratulations last night, Edwin Diaz saved number 56, third best mark in the history of the game for single season. Frankie Rodriguez 62, Bobby Thigpen 57. There's Altuve.
Another first pitch strike, this time with a slow curveball. Houston's being aggressive. Mike, really good shape with his pitch count.
'30th start for Mike Leake, 7th time in his career that he's done that. As we move forward, Mike, I don't think we'll be seeing that much. Good inning. He's hit one bad frame, the third.
Yeah, that's it.
10 pitches.
Yep, working ahead of everybody.
Really good work here tonight by Mike Leake. Deserves some offense when we come back. Well, styles make for good battles, and we've got a couple of different stylists here tonight. Mike Leake, look at that, 60 pitches over his 5 innings, and young 25-year-old Josh James, 80 pitches, power guy, struck out 6. One bad inning for Mike Leake. It was the 3rd. See if the Mariners can help him out here. Cano, Cruz, and Span, 3, 4, and 5 coming up here in the 6th. Robbie with a first inning base hit, center field, and then flied out to center.
Poor James, we thought he would be 75, 80 pitches. He's at 82 now, but the bullpen is getting loose. So he's throwing the ball well, has a lead. AJ Hinch staying with him for hopefully one more inning. His thought is to see Tony Sipp. Pitches a couple of times in every series against the Mariners. Pitched last night.
Two 2-0 to Robbie. Try to make something happen.
Well, he knew he was going to get a fastball, which he did at 96, but it was on the corner. Some run to it.
Hits the bag. That'll be a break.
That'll be 2, and it will be.
Yes, indeed. Good way to start an inning. Off the bag double.
Second base hit for Cano. Line drive into center field back in the first inning. And to turn on it right down the line. I think Ariel would have been in position to make the play, but it hits the base. Primero Supermo in the swing by Robbie.
Mariners 1 for 13 runners in scoring position in these 2 games. Game and a half now. Nelly struck out twice tonight.
89 RBIs on the year for Nelson.
Pretty good heat getting in on him.
Pitch him inside with the fastball and then the slider down out of the strike zone.
See what gives here. 0-2. Cano at second. Struck out for the 3rd time.
That was on the slider off the plate.
Strikeout number 7 for Josh James, and AJ Hinch is coming to get him. Bernard Span, left-handed hitter coming up. That means the call goes to Tony Sipp. Tough night here for Nelly. We'll step aside. Pitching change here in Houston, where the Astros have a 4-0 lead. Focus in on right-hander Josh James, the youngster for the Astros.
Well, going into the winter, there's going to be some changes for Houston, and James, you get the feeling that he's probably going to be a part of their rotation next year. Young pitcher, 25 years old, topped out at 100 miles an hour. Really had a good feel for his slider and his changeup also, so did some pitching tonight, but really overpowering, some dominant. In fact, just his 2nd start in the big leagues, 4th appearance. Was really throwing hard.
Did a nice job. See if the Mariners can get to veteran left-hander Tony Sipp.
This will be his 50th appearance. He's pitched well. ERA just over 2, 39 strikeouts over 12 walks. Opponents hitting just .218. He's only given up 1 home run this year. Bernard Span stepping in.
Strike 1.
for Tony Sipp. Fastball slider split. His average fastball this year 92 miles an hour.
Man's had a difficult time with Sipp. 1 for 15. He's done well in that category right there. '54th game for Sipp against the Mariners. All 2 strikes. 54th game for Sipp against the Mariners. Have really done some nice work over the years, dating back to '09. Got a 4.2 record, a 2.70 ERA against Seattle. Count stays at 1-2.
Starting in with a fastball. It's been 3 sliders in a row.
He's held the Mariners, Mike, over the years to 205 batting average.
Not surprised. No, he's pitched well. That's why in a 3-game series we're going to see him at least 2 times, if not all 3 games. So right-hander Will Harris getting loose in the pen for Houston.
Tony Kemp all over this.
That's something that you talk about all the time, Dave. Left-hander throws strikes.
Hey, be here.
He's been in the league for
as
a long time.
as you want, baby.
Yeah.
Time now for our CenturyLink. What's next? Still no announcement from the Mariners. We do know that Dallas Keuchel at this point gets the start. 11-10 record. And a Cy Young Award on his resume. World Series ring. Multiple gold gloves.
That works fast. You're going to try to keep the ball on the ground, not overpowering it all. His fastball will be 90-92.
That slider.
Yep.
Nice. There's Kyle Seager. Sent Gonzalez to the track in left field his first time up. Strike 1. Seager 4 for 17 and a homer against Tony Sipp. Tony thought he had that. 1-1 to Kyle. Yankees 3-1 over Boston now, taking the lead there in the 8th. Tampa Bay 3-0 at Texas. Cano got the inning started, doubling off the first base bag. Strikeout Cruz, Span flied out. There's the final homestand coming up. Before that homestand, we finish up here tomorrow. Day off Thursday, 3 over the weekend at the Rangers.
Mariners with 4 hits. Cano has 2 of them.
Two and 2. Can't have that one get away from him. Kyle's like, hey, I'm good. Hands up in the air, no interference. Second time he's grown a beard here this season.
Really worked him away, mostly with the slider. A couple of fastballs mixed in. Ben Gamble is on deck.
Mariners trailed 1-0 until the 8th last night. Vogelbach hit the slam. Trailed all evening here. Pulled foul.
Right back with another off-speed pitch. Away.
Giles said his family home in Salisbury, North Carolina, not affected, not near like New Bern, where Armstrong and Warren are from in Carolina. Wish everybody the best down there. 3-2 pitch. And he's aboard.
And another slider. He's really careful with Kyle. Ben Gamble being called back to the dugout, and it'll be Ryan Healy. See what AJ Hinch is going to do. He has a right-hander ready to go.
Pinch hitter here in the 6th. AJ Hinch out. Bringing a right-hander to counter that move. 4-0 Astros. We'll take a break. Will Harris will take over.
.57 appearances for Harris, a 3.74 ERA, 64 strikeouts in the 53 innings that he has worked. Opponents hitting .231.
Here's Ryan Healy. Foul ball. Healy 1 for 5 in last night's game. Robbed by Marisnik. Man, oh man, in the 8th.
Made a couple of nice plays in the 8th inning. Great plays in the 8th inning. Will Harris, cutter at 92 miles an hour and a curveball.
Will Harris, Houston born, 34 years old. College ball at LSU. Same alma mater as Bregman and the Mariners' Nick Rumbelow.
The veteran Brian McCann doing the catching, able to keep the curveball in front of him. A lot of time on the disabled list this year. This is just his 59th game for McCann.
Two-one pitch, couple of men aboard here for the Mariners. Did he go? Did not. This Tripp Gibson. Favorable count for Mr. Healy. 2 out, 2 on.
Back-to-back curveballs, both of them off the plate.
Ooh, man, that's good strength there to keep that from getting through the zone. Three-one pitch. Backing up Kemp. He's there. Inning over. No runs. 1 hit. No errors. 2 left. 4-0 Astros. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines. Good to have you back here in Houston, Minute Maid Park. A few moves made here defensively by the Mariners. Really going to shuffle things around here.
And for Mike, he's going to pitch to the middle of the line at Bregman.
Went through the girder. Boy, it was real close. It was real close hit. Last time we were here, we saw it hit one. Haniger's in right field. Gordon moves from second to center. Cano from first to second, and Healy stays in the game at first.
I thought that had a chance to hit him up there that time.
I think Zunino hit one up there.
I think Mike did, yes.
Bregman, ground out to short, fly to center.
Common theme for Mike Leake tonight, working ahead. Houston scoring all their runs, all 4 runs in the 3rd inning. There were a number of mistakes in that inning that cost him. But outside of that, he's really pitched well. Let's look at the new defense for the Mariners. Number of changes.
Broken bat. Cano gets to it. Bregman 0 for 3. Mike Leake 18, 21 first pitch strikes. The 1 inning. He hit McCann to start it. Doubled by Kemp to right. Base hit Springer to center with an E7 thrown in. That brought in a run, and so did a Altuve RBI ground out. After fly out to center, Gonzalez hit a 2-run homer. And here is Marwin Gonzalez again. Base hit to right in his first at bat. A home run, his 16th. And now he's got 66 runs batted in.
Hit a fastball out to left center field, and Mike starting him off with a couple of off-speed pitches. It was the changeup. Came back with the breaking ball.
One out, nobody on. Leake ahead of Gonzalez. Tyler White is on deck. D. Gordon will get his first test out in center field. 2 away as we play here in the 6th. One of the greatest players in the history of baseball is now in Funko collectible form. Make sure you join us Saturday, September 29th. Ken Griffey Jr. Pop Collectible Night. First 20,000 fans going to take home this must-have giveaway of the kit. For tickets, visit Mariners.com. Tyler White popped to second and a strikeout. The first pitch strike. He's been wonderfully consistent in that department.
He's also been able to get a lot of quick outs. Only 67 pitches here in the 6th.
We get another one as Robbie stalks this slow ground ball. And a 1-2-3 inning. 8 pitches for Mike Leake through 6. Mariners trail 4-0. Sports is brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box. Try something different like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls, only at Jack in the Box for a limited time. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Dollar Dog Night here in Houston. Last night they gave out replica World Series championship rings. tonight. The Astros in the second game of 3, 4-0 lead. Will Harris stays on.
You didn't load up before the game, did you?
No. It's been a while since I've had a hot dog.
You mentioned the Rings. They had a great crowd here last night. A good crowd tonight.
35,715. Herman a walk and a strikeout.
Will Harris, the second reliever for Houston. It was Tony Sipp and now Harris. Josh James, 5 1/3, 7 strikeouts.
That was impressive.
Reached 98 miles an hour 9 times.
2, waves off Correa. You throw that kind of heat, son, you're gonna be here a while.
Good slider and changeup too,
Yeah.
and he was pitching. He wasn't just throwing the fastball.
Walked 2, struck out 7.
Certainly see why they like him so much. D looking for his first hit. Had a couple of hits last night. Started the game at second base. Is now playing center field.
Bregman comes in on the grass. Gonzalez favoring the left field line and shallow in left field. Kemp shallow in left center. Easy inning so far for Will Harris. 2 outs.
Turn the lineup over. Mitch Haniger on his way to the plate. He's 1 for 3.
Unrelated to this game, but as a former professional athlete, what did you think of that DB for Buffalo Bills saying, boys, here's my retirement papers at halftime?
I can't understand it.
Wow.
Now, obviously, nowhere near the situation or know what was going on up to it, but the middle of the game is I think the thing that.
That's the thing that jumps at you. Maybe if you'd said it after the game, hey, I don't have it. Hey, I just don't,
It gives you an opportunity. It gives you an opportunity as a team to figure things out at that point, right? That's the only thing that I think was disappointing.
They got to be running through the tunnel maybe the first couple of minutes and they're going, dude, where are you? I retired. No, seriously, where are you? Man, John Kruk, his last game, he got a first inning single. He retired before the game was over. So the Krukster set a precedent. Totally forgotten about that one.
Again, not sure what the circumstances are, but.
They're down a starter. The D coordinator must have been flipping out.
I would think so.
2-1 to Haniger.
Taking handle this cutter. This curveball down out of the strike zone. So 3-1 count for Mitch. Getting loose in the pen for the Mariners. Mike Leake, pitch count in great shape. Really thrown the ball well outside of that 1 inning.
Slicing drive comes right back. Center fielder check. A 1-2-3-7 stretch time here in Houston. 4-0 Astros. Washington's lottery stretch time here in Houston. Home of the world champion Astros, who have a 4-0 lead. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew. One bad inning from Mike Leake. It was the third. 4 times he's gone 1, 2, 3 against the Astro Ball Club. Why do you take away that inning? I mean, he's just had a dandy game.
Through 6, just 68 pitches, 51 strikes. Another first pitch strike for him.
Exactly. Carlos Correa, the hitter, 0 for 2. Colin McHugh warming up in the pen for Houston.
He is no bargain at all. What a year he's having.
Remember when he started, when they first came over in the American League? Mets just dropped him, and he comes over to this ball club, and he was their ace until they got Keuchel. Ball and 2 strikes to Correa. Yuli Gurriel and Brian McCann to follow. And tight. Two pitch. Fouled off. Well, he has thrown off the timing of so many hitters tonight.
It really helps yourself out, especially if you're not a power pitcher. If you can throw a quality first pitch strike and work ahead, and then you can start to expand the zone, and that's something that we've seen from Mike tonight. Mix it up, pitched inside just enough. One of his better fastballs at 90 miles an hour.
Haniger towards the line. Staying with it. Nice play.
Not a lot of room.
No.
He makes the catch and avoids the wall at the same time, and he knew as his ball was slicing away from him that he was going to probably hit the wall.
Timed it just right.
Yeah, really good concentration, and more importantly, doesn't hurt himself.
It's Gurriel. 0 for 2 night for him. One in the count. That finds the gap. Haniger cuts it off. Here's the throw to second. Segura is there, but throw just a little bit late. Gurriel a double his 32nd. 1 out base runner here in the 7th.
Solid line drive base hit. Just out over the plate, belt high. Really good play by Mitch to cut it off. Wasn't sure he was going to be able to get there in time, and then of course the strong throw. Just the 5th hit for Houston.
Here's McCann. Blake hit him on his back foot in the 3rd inning on an 0-2 pitch, and that started what became the biggest inning of the game.
And hit him with a sweeping slider.
Hit McCann, double to Kemp. Springer with an RBI single, RBI ground out. Altuve, 2-run homer, Gonzalez.
Chasing Bradford, just starting to get loose in the Mariner pen. Colin McHugh, he has been. He's ready to go. There's chasing.
going to pick up a run. Lee Jordan gets it back in. RBI single McCann, 5-0 lead. 20th RBI for McCann.
Another fastball out over the plate. Bell tie. He lines it into left center field. Gurriel to right center, and then McCann following with another line drive to left center. Back-to-back hits.
Brings up Tony Kemp. Kemp tonight a double and a strikeout. Second multi-hit inning for the Astros. They had 4 runs on 3 hits in the 3rd inning. A run on 2 hits here in the 7th.
So Brian DeLunas. Cones might be out because he took his hat off to let them know that Chasen was ready to go, and he's got service on his way out to the mound. 81 pitches. He hasn't signaled anything yet. There it is right there.
Mike Leake deserved a much better fade. He had 1 bad inning and then a little complication here, but pretty good work here. Didn't get any help from the offense here tonight. One of those nights. 5-0 Astros. Back after this. For the Astros, as Brian McCann has added 1 here in the 7th. It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. This game delivers an all-new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. Mike Leake's night done after 6 1/3.
6 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. He is responsible for McCann, who's at first base. Didn't walk anybody. Had the 3 strikeouts. He threw 81 pitches, 60 strikes.
Take a look at our Beacon Plumbing call to the pen.
Chasen Bradford will take over for the Mariners. 42 appearances on the year, a 3.38 ERA and 50 2/3. He has 37 strikeouts. Opponent hitting .259 against him. Low 90s fastball and a slider.
Got Tony Kemp. Kemp a double and a strikeout tonight. Good jump here. He comes. Towards the out. 2 down here in the 7th. Top of the order, George Springer. Springer 0 for 2 against Bradford. George tonight, 1 for 3, an RBI and a run scored. Bradford out of the University of Central Florida in Orlando, 35th round pick of the Mets. 2011. 28 games with the Mets last year, 2-0 record. Seager goes the short way, and that'll do it. McCann, with an RBI single, extends the Houston lead to 5-0. Astros, 8th inning hero last night, that man Daniel Vogelback. What a moment for this young man.
Hey, let's be aggressive on a fastball, and he was. Fastball in the middle of the plate, elevated, he drives it out to the bullpen. Grand slam home run, and that was the difference in the ball game last night. He's excited about it, and he should be.
Third time, pinch hit grand slam. Ben Broussard, that was our first month together. Ben Broussard, then Goody against the Tigers and Bogey last night.
What a moment for him.
Oh, man. Scott Servais said he had some algorithm numbers, and he said, you know what? He did hit a home run the night before. Let it roll. He says, I do trust in numbers. Don't use them all the time, but it worked out last night.
It worked out perfectly. You bet. Colin McHugh will take over for Houston. 52 appearances on the year, 2.15 ERA, 88 strikeouts in 67 innings. Opponents hitting just 174 against him.
And another guy who's pain in the side of the Mariners, that 9-4 record in 16 games, a 3.93 ERA. And you'll remember in 2016, 5 starts, he went 4-0 with a 1.41.
His fastball at 92 miles an hour. Slider curve. His curve is his best pitch.
Ahead of Gene 0-2. This guy was in a rotation. They picked up Charlie Morton and a couple other moves. Nick Rumbelow warming up for the Mariners. What a guy to bring out of your bullpen. Segura 4 for 10 against McHugh. McHugh pitching to McCann. Straight up infield for Segura. Outfield, Marisnik taking over at center field. Couple steps towards right. And Springer call off Altuve. 1 out. Robbie Cano's had a good night. He's got 2 of the 4 Mariner hits. First inning single to center and a double off the first base bag in the 6th. 8th inning was magic last night for the Mariners. Let's see if they can do it again here. That's hit pretty well to the gap. Springer long run. Oh my goodness, he dropped it. He hadn't dropped it. Robbie will shut it down right there, but what an effort. Had it in his glove. Boy, he covered some ground.
Covered a lot of ground. It looked like the ball was almost knuckling or slicing away from him a little bit, and still was able to make up the difference. Tore up a lot of turf trying to make the play.
Georgia gymnast, terrific athlete. Mom was a gymnast up in Connecticut.
Panera Supermo right in the end of his glove, and the impact jarred it loose. Second double for Robinson Cano tonight. 3 hits.
That looked like he was never going to get a glove on it.
Fortunate that he's okay.
Yep.
Slammed his shoulder into the turf.
He's already missing time with the shoulder and a thumb recently. Swinging a miss. Nelly's had a tough night. 3 strikeouts swinging. There's the defensive alignment. Clubbies will be able to get that dirt out.
No problem.
Glad George was able to tumble and roll there, or hit and roll. He may have to retire that one. That's going to be extra scrubbing.
Yeah, there'll probably be a new one in the locker tomorrow. That is a mess.
Three-hit night for Robbie Cano. Dug that out. Nice job by Nelly. He's done a great job. He had a stuttering issue once he got up at the pros, and he has pretty much beaten that big way. Good for him. 1-2.
Let's hit him with a curveball. Wilson hasn't seen a fastball yet from McHugh. Bernard Span on deck.
Video hit there. We apologize for that. Two to Cruz.
There's the fastball. 92 painted on the outside corner.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Cruz with Cano at second. Put it in play. Robbie's going to third. Here's Correa. Safe.
Good hustle. Wasn't sure he was going to be able to beat it out with the arm of Correa.
Running hard.
Thought he had a chance. It's a breaking ball away from him, so at least he was leaning towards first when he was swinging the bat, and thought he had a chance.
He knew it too. Now he knew he was safe.
They're going to take a look at it, but it appeared that he was safe. A bit closer on that replay. Stuttered his steps just a little bit at the end.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's close. Some guys asking me about the influence of Nelson Cruz. I said, Aaron might not necessarily be a real holler guy, but when you see plays like that, a couple of plays we saw last night, what plays hard all the time. He's feeling better, ran that out hard.
I think that he's just been everything that you could want. There we go.
Out. Oh boy. So 2 outs. Cano at third.
Hard span 0 for 2. Ended up walking in the 4th. And with most at bats, he's been really patient here tonight.
Breaking ball missed. Span 1 for 3 against McHugh. Goes to another breaking ball. 0 for 2 night with a walk for Span. Reno. Kyle Seager's on deck. Pitch walk. Runners at the corners for Seager. 5-0 Astros here in the 8th.
With the walk, the bullpen will start to get busy.
Here's Seager, strikeout. Fly ball to the track and left center field. Brent Strom, the pitching coach, coming out. And a walk. Ryan Presley. Saw him in last night's game.
He hasn't been real sharp. 16 pitches, just 8 strikes. Not the ratio you want to see. Ryan Presley, hard throwing right-hander. In the upper 90s with his fastball, just starting to get loose.
Third of an inning last night with a walk.
Not a good series, runners in scoring position, just 1 for 17. And that one hit was the grand slam by Vogelback.
That gets you shaking your head. What do we got to do?
Kyle looking to extend his hitting streak to 8 games. Had a couple of hits last night. Line drive up the middle, another base hit into left.
Cano at third. The result of a double and a ground out, his 3rd hit tonight. Span at first. And this is the first time in a long time we've seen McHugh not dialed in. Again,
especially
a lot of
throwing
success.
strikes. He's a command guy, and he just can't find the plate.
Yeah. And 17 previous games, a 9-4 record, 3.93, 4-0 against the Mariners 2 years ago. A 1.41 ERA.
to take advantage.
Tipped it into the glove of McCann. Popped it up. Hanging up for Marwin Gonzalez. That will do it in the eighth. Two stranded. Home eighth coming up. Astros working on a shutout. Everybody, 5-0. Your Lions score right there. 5 runs on 6 hits, no runs, 5 hits. Mariners 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. They've left on base. Take a look at tomorrow's action. Mariners yet to name a starter. Dallas Keuchel goes for the defending world champions. New pitcher for the Mariners, Nick Rumbelow, a Texan out of Bullard, Texas, by way of LSU. A lot of LSU boys, these two ball clubs tonight.
This will be his 10th appearance, 13 and a third, 9 strikeouts. Fastball at 93 miles an hour, curve and a changeup. Altuve will lead things off, and it is Bregman and Gonzalez.
Got Rumbelow from the Yankees. 7th round pick of the Bombers back in 2013. Mariners got Rumbelow from the Yankees November 18th of last year. Altuve strikeout, RBI ground out, and ground out to second base. Altuve, Bregman, Gonzalez, 2, 3, and 4. 8th inning. 4 runs in the 3rd, 1 more in the 7th for the Astros. Rumbelow behind, 3-0. Altuve fouls it off.
Roberto Osuna getting loose for Houston.
Payoff pitch to Altuve. Did not go. Rumbelow walks the first man that he faces here in the 8th.
See how healthy Altuve is. Had some issues. Typically, if he's healthy, he will run in this situation. Been one of the best base stealers in the American League, along with a lot of the other things that he does well. He also has some leg injuries this year.
Rumbelow facing his LSU teammate, Alex Bregman. Strike one. Chris Davinsky has joined Osuna in the pen for the Astros. 1-1. 0 for 3 night for Bregman. And 0 for 4 last night. Not as sharp as he'd like to be right now, trying to get things straightened out. Got Gonzalez on deck.
You're right about that. 9 pitches, just the 3 strikes that he's been able to throw. Have to lock it in quickly, though. Tough part of the lineup he's dealing with.
Got a piece of Herman. 2-2. Infield hoping for a double play. Pitch down low. Rumbelow's last appearance with the Mariners August 22nd. It was against the Astros in Seattle. 3 innings, 3 hits, a run. It was earned, a walk, a strikeout, gave up a home run. Runner goes, throw down to second. Altuve's in there. Bregman strikes out. Altuve.
Is there interference called?
Must have been. Jay Hinch wants him to take a look at it.
Oh no, he just didn't slide. Quick tag by Robbie. He did not slide. I was watching home plate because Bregman fell across the plate. I thought maybe there was a chance. Right there, that does not look good for Altuve. I think he ended up being hurt. But Bregman fell across the plate. I thought there might have been some contact with Herman. There was no call from the home plate umpire. And then I look up, next thing I know, he's walking off. And
I was looking back. I looked out at the bag. I came back home. So by the time I looked back out at second, I didn't see the tag.
Here's Bregman right here as he swings. Is going to go out over home plate. And I couldn't tell if there was contact or not. There was no call. And then the play at second base. And I just assumed he would slide at second. You see the throw is wide, but I think he also maybe hurt his leg. He wasn't running very well at all. You know, that's not like this. It's not like he wouldn't normally slide right there. He usually would always slide.
Right. If nothing else, self-preservation, right? It's tough to do a stand-up going in there like that, right?
That's saying he's safe.
One out runner at second. Stolen base. Altuve is 17th. Been caught 3 times. Another strikeout for Rumbelow. And now he's going to deal with Marwin Gonzalez. Here's Gonzalez, single, 2-run homer, and a fly to center. Big part of the 4-run third against Mike Leake. Count evens at 1-1. Gonzalez 247 on the season entering tonight. 253 right-handed, 243 left-handed. 10 of his 15 home runs have come from the left side. 10 of his 16.
Rumbelow's having a tough time with his fastball command. Fastball's been 92 to 94 and out of the strike zone. 15 pitches, 6 strikes.
Ninth most in that time. 43 RBIs since the 13th season. Dangerous pitch right here. That might be it.
Walked him on a changeup.
Walk, strikeout, and a walk.
Well, Stottlemyre out of the dugout.
It's all Nick. Nobody warming up.
Right-hand hitter Tyler White is going to hit. Tyler having a good year for Houston, but he's 0 for 3 tonight.
So here comes White. Pop the second, strikeout, and the ground out to second. Strike one. Tyler White 1 for 2 against Nick Rumbelow. Deep left center field. Wait for the garage doors. Oh boy. You got it, no you got it. That didn't pay off. Altuve scores. RBI double, Tyler White. 6-0. White's 40th run batted in, his 12th double.
And just clearly a communication issue out in left center field. Towering fly ball. Right knew that he had missed it, and Dee looking at Bernard, and again, just some communication out there. Mariners played so well defensively last night, and just some mistakes here tonight.
Runners at second and third, a run in, one out.
Kyle Tucker is going to pinch hit.
Pinch hit for Correa. $20 games for Tucker. Tucker, first round pick, 5th in the first round back in the 2015 draft out of Plant High School in Tampa. 21 years old. Cano's got it. Another run scores. Drives in a run. Tucker with the RBI, his 4th of the season. Gonzalez scores. White to third. $7-0 lead.
Mike.
2-0. 6 men to the plate here in the 8th inning. Two and one. 25th pitch of this inning coming up.
To pick up a couple of strikes, but he had to do it with a changeup and a curveball. Again, his fastball command has been a problem in the inning.
Do it again. Mariners will have the bottom third of the order coming up, top 9. Healy, Herman, and Gordon scheduled. Swing and a miss. He gets Gurriel, but damage done. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. And a man left. Last licks here. 7-0 Stros. Big hill to climb here for the Mariners. Top 9 down 7-0. And new pitcher for the Astros is Chris Davinsky.
Excellent changeup. His fastball at 94 miles an hour. 45 appearances, a 4.32 ERA, 47 strikeouts, and 41 2/3. Oh, he's hitting .252 against him. He's given up 8 home runs this year.
A.J. Hinch getting some guys off the bench. J.D. Davis takes over third. Gonzalez from left to short. Tucker in left field. And Miles Straw takes over in right field. Ryan Healy. Pinch hit in the 6th. Fly to center. Right to Altuve.
Ryan has hit the ball hard a couple of times coming off the bench, and has nothing to show for it. Lined out to center field his last time up.
It's Chris Herman.
Daniel Vogelback is going to hit for D. Gordon.
Ball 1 to Herman. Walk, strikeout, and the ground out to second. Chris Davinsky, 15th game against the Mariners, 2-0 record, a 1.01 ERA. Three and 0 to Herman. Three and 1.
There's Daniel.
Homered in his last 2 ball games. A solid smash right field. Base hit for Chris Herman. You know you've arrived. He's getting boozed. They remember last night.
Yes, they do. Ended up getting a fastball in the middle of the plate, hit it out into the bullpen.
Is there one place you get booed more than other? Or was one, no, let me back up. Was there one place you get booed?
Oh yeah.
All right, give me our tell.
Home and away. I mean, it happens. It's the big leagues. Yeah,
that's true.
It happens.
All right, discounting home. Where'd you get it the worst on the road? A couple obvious choices, right?
Probably New York would be one of them. Since I've played there. Ended up getting a change. Hit a fastball out of the ballpark last night. Yeah, you play this game long enough, everybody's going to hear it. I learned that, I think it was my rookie year, might have been the second year, when at Yankee Stadium they were booing Don Mattingly. I'm like, okay, well, if he can get booed.
That made you feel better, right?
Well, just let me know.
Yeah.
You know,
they booed Joe D in the Mick too back at a certain time.
Going to, at some point, if you play long enough, it's going to happen.
Yes, indeed. Ball and 2 strikes here to Bogey. If he can go 3 games in a row at home. Not tonight.
Stayed with the changeup. Didn't want to throw him the fastball.
2 down. Herman to second.
Another pinch hitter.
Christopher Negron.
He's going to hit for Haniger. Mitch ended up 1 for 4 tonight.
Great watching him hit that home run in Anaheim. 14 seconds. He wasn't sure. He just was busting it.
14. Good night.
Yeah, he did. Two outs, runner at second. First pitch, strike. Breaking ball. Did not go. 1-1. Caught in between. And 2. Grabbing on its feet, Davinsky set. And the pitch. Down low. 2-2. Davinsky ready, 2 balls, 2 strikes. He went that time and the game's over. Too much Houston pitching tonight as the Astros record their 12th shutout. Sixth time the Mariners have been shut out this season. And Mike Leake had a fine performance. They had one big inning.
At the one inning that ended up getting away from him. There are also a lot of mistakes from the Mariners tonight, and mistakes that you just can't make against this club. And that's one of the reasons why they played so well in this ballpark this year, is because they've really cleaned all of that up, played well, good fundamental baseball. Didn't necessarily have to for them tonight. Have to come back tomorrow. They've also need to pick it up a little bit, hitting with runners in scoring position. That has been an issue so far in this series.
Indeed. Series even at a game apiece, 5-game win streak.